I just want to show you guys some super disturbing shit that I found today. Here we go. Now, mind you, this is not the dark web by any means. This is just something that you can look up casually. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of the Human Meat Project. People for people. One body can feed up to 40 people. Donate now. That's not the only one. Hold on. Stay with me. Cannibalclub.org. Specializing in the preparation of human meat, Cannibal Club brings the cutting edge of experimental cuisine to the refined plates of LA's cultural elite. Hold on, let me show you this week's menu. Panini pasta with meat sauce, sirloin steak, placenta lasagna.
We are the first species on the face of this earth to be aware of evolution, to be aware that we are affecting our own evolution by everything that we do. The babies we eat, the food we eat, the wars we fight. Hello.
This man, right?
Hello, I just want to show you guys some super disturbing shit that I found today. Here we go.
Hey, shalom, shalom. Call hello, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Kakodash. Is giving all praise to the Most High, in the name of His only begotten Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors to our teachers, the elders, and apostles, the great millstone who taught us His truth, in truth and sincerity. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. Shalom to 144,000. And as you can see, man, cannibalism is coming back in style. Okay, I guess this is a book right here. The Cannibal Club. Okay, specializing in the preparation of human meat, Cannibal Club brings the bleeding edge of cuisine to the refined palates of the cultural elite. Now, that's something I want to touch on too, how they keep saying the elite, all right, which we already understand and know that these elites, are doing this stuff, but now it's being made, commercialized. It's being commercialized. It's being, they're trying to basically make it the norm, okay, of eating human meat, partaking in cannibalism, which we understand how when this looks Soylent Green, that's a good movie to watch, the movie Soylent Green, okay, because really when you go into it, all our food, and we've heard this interview before right here.
We steal hundreds of...
I'm not going to play that, but I'm just going to show you that right there, okay? And these are the people that's in charge, and I'm not going to say much about them because they just took my video down and struck my channel for even somebody else mentioning them, all right? But this is how you know who's in control. But these are the ones who are into this stuff. I just watched the video going in how they do their circumcisions. And like I said, I'm not going to go say much about it, but it's on my channel, on my page. Look at this, a Jewish agnostic, and this woman was a complete demon, okay? She was a monster. They all are, okay? So, somebody said, are definitely behind this. Flooded again. All right, so needless to say, we understand what's going on, and quite frankly, there's human meat, human DNA in all of our food, bro. And when you think about it, it's horrible to think about, but it's the truth. You go eat from a restaurant, or who knows what they're feeding you, okay? But the Lord warned us of this, man, that we were going to come into this time where it says, Ezekiel chapter 4, verse 13, it says, and the Lord Yahweh said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them. And in that clip I almost showed you, I didn't show you, but I almost showed you, that that rabbi was saying how, they put, they grind the meat up. All the children that go missing and stuff, they grind the meat up and put it into your McDonald's burgers and stuff, man. That's why you don't eat no damn McDonald's, You don't eat that fast food bullshit, man. Okay, because they're it's not food. Okay, it's not food. All right, but what she just showed you is that you have a whole cult of elites that are participating in this, man. This is something that they're into. Okay, let me grab this too. And the Lord said He gonna give these people over unto their own ways. If that's what you like, the Lord going to give you over unto that, man. And people going to become cannibals in these last days and start eating each other. Your average American is going to be a cannibal. Alex Jones said, I'll eat my neighbor. You think he was bullshitting? He was serious. As soon as shit hit the fan, these people going to start eating each other, bro. All right, and the Lord warned us about this, man. It's a movie, that movie, The Road. They showed you that in the movie, The Road. What happened. They was, It was pretty much being, hunted to be ate. When there's no food, people are going to eat each other. And another movie that I just recently watched and did a video on a month ago, was that movie 40 Acres. And they showed you how a disease came and they killed all the animals, and then people had to resort to cannibalism. They said the most important thing was farmland. But besides that, people was resorting to cannibalism. They was raiding people's farms and eating them. Okay? This is coming to America. This is Genesis chapter 9, verse 4. It says, But flesh with the life thereof, which is the blood thereof, shall ye not eat. And these Edomites, they love to eat blood. They eat their meat bloody. Okay? But not only that, they're eating, bloody organs. The heart, placenta, stuff like that, man. And when you have a child, these Edomites, they'll try to fight you, tooth and nail for your placenta, for the placenta, because then they sell it, in the black market. They make a bunch of money off of it. In the NLT, it says, but you must never eat any meat that still has the blood, the lifeblood in it. So we're not supposed to be eating, meat, that's, bloody. Okay. And this is why Esau, what he does is he eats a lot of his meat rare, bloody. It says in verse 5, and I will require the blood of anyone who takes another person's life. That's the point. Let me go right here. Let's grab this real quick, okay? Because we've seen this aforetime in the past, and it's coming again. All right, people gonna be eating other people. This says 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 56. Like as thou hast done unto my chosen, saith the Lord, even so shall the Most High do unto you, and shall deliver you into mischief. And what did Esau do unto us? They had sieged us in Jerusalem, okay, and caused us to eat each other, okay. Caused us to eat each other. A woman were soddening their children, which means to boil. Okay, they brought us to the point of starvation, to the point we had to eat our own children. So that's what the Lord is about to do to these Babylonians, these Americans, these Edomites. Okay. And 2/3 of you, Jake, that don't want to repent either, too, because you forsook the Lord, so you're going to do it unto you, too. Again. Okay? It says, thy children shall die of hunger, so your children are going to starve to death. Okay? You got farmers crying to Trump about, please, help us. There's going to be no food. And Trump is not he's not batting an eye. This is what they planned for. They don't want it to be any food. It says, and thou shalt fall through the sword, thy city shall be broken down, and all thine shall perish with the sword in the field. And this is what's coming to America. Okay, these cities are getting broken down. More violence. People going to be killing each other. Here's the point. It says that they that be in the mountains shall die of hunger, and eat their own flesh, and drink their own blood, for very hunger of bread and thirst of water. You see, so it's going to get so bad. Like I said, cannibalism is going to be back in style. People going to be eating each other, man. And they show you that in all these post-apocalyptic movies, that this is, where things lead in a post-apocalyptic time. Cannibalism. Okay, people are going to be eating each other. Motherfucker going to knock you across the head, and you going to next thing you know, you want somebody bowl, you want somebody plate. Okay? This is the time we're coming into, a very, very evil and dreadful time. And these elites, man, these are the wicked ones that's doing it. Okay? And they allow certain amounts of, human DNA and, shit to go into your food, because that's a part of the rituals. They want you to be bugged out of your mind too, with demons on you. So, like I said, bro, I'm ashamed to say it. I hate to say it. I hate to even think about it. But truth be told, there's a great chance, almost 99.9%, that all of us have consumed human DNA in some way, form, or fashion. Okay? Some way, form, or fashion. Because, like I said, it's all in the food. Esau is doing these things purposely. Okay? This is what they're into. So you don't think they're gonna make their slaves do it too? But that's just the point. I just want to show that real quick. Like I said, cannibalism is going back in style. I can show you another, more accounts, but ain't no point in beating the dead horse. You get the picture. All right. That's the time we come